power supply. Before getting started, we should know what is power. For humans, power is something we need to complete our daily tasks. To transfer the power into work, we need energy. So, you can say that power comes from the energy, and we get energy from the food. In our universe, energy is available in various forms, like solar energy, wind energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, and so on. Energy can be converted from one form to another by using various methods. For example, we can convert solar energy into electrical energy by using solar panels. We can convert the electrical energy into wind energy by using fan. In electronics, we need electrical power to operate the electronic devices. The source which provides that energy is called power supply. There are two types of power supplies: alternating current, AC power supply, and direct current, DC power supply. Electrical power is made up of two concepts, voltage and current. Electrons are the fundamental particles responsible for electrical energy. Now, we consider the basic law of nature. In our universe, there are two types of charges, positive and negative. When positive and negative comes closer to each other, then they become neutral, or we can say that they come in the state of equilibrium. Negative charges can be called electrons. So, the place where we have excess number of electrons become negatively charged, and the place where there is lack of electrons become positively charged. Now let us assume that we have two boxes, one is filled with electrons, and second box needs the electrons. The amount of electron in a box will define its voltage, and the flow of electrons from one box to another will define the current. Higher the voltage, higher will be the current. When we connect these two boxes with a wire, then the electrons get the path to reach its destination. Now you can observe that there must be a force acting between these positive and negative charges. This force is a fundamental force which allows positive charges to attract the negative charges. Any force in the universe needs energy to sustain. When positive charges apply the force, then negative charges get the energy to move. This energy can be used to run the electronic devices. If we put an LED between these 2 points, the LED will glow up. If we put a motor between these 2 points, then the motor will start rotating. So, every power supply has 2 poles, positive and negative. We can see on each battery, there is a symbol of plus and minus. We have so many types of batteries available in the market, which are made of different materials, like nickel-cadmium, lead-acid, lithium-ion, sodium-ion, etc. Each battery is made up of some small cells. Cells have very low voltage and charge capacity. This is the symbol of a cell. Batteries are made by connecting various cells in series and parallel combination. By connecting various cells in series and parallel combinations, we can increase its voltage and capacity. Let's understand it with the example of a water tank. If we fill a water tank with water and make a hole at its bottom, then water starts coming out of the tank from the hole. The rate of water flow will depend upon the height of the water in the tank. Here, the rate of water flow, or water crossing per second, per unit area, is called current. Height of water in the tank is called voltage. And the time for which the water came out depends upon the capacity of the water tank. In electronics it is called charge capacity. As the height of water decreases, the flow of water will also decrease. Same like in electronics, as voltage decreases, current also decreases. If we put 2 tanks, one upon another, then it will be called series connection. In this case voltage will increase and it will increase the current. If we connect two tanks in parallel to each other, then in this case, the current and voltage will remain same, but the tank capacity will increase. So, the water will come out with the same rate but for the longer time. Here you can see 4 different batteries. They all are 1.5 volts, but they differ in capacity and size. Each battery type has a name or model number. D, C, AA, and AAA are the model number of these batteries. We have battery holders to add several batteries in series. If we use a battery holder for 6 batteries, then we will get 9 volts at its output. There is another type of battery which gives 9 volts to its output and is called PP3 battery. You can easily detect positive and negative terminals on this battery. To connect this battery to any circuit, we use its connector, which is called PP3 battery connector. All the batteries we have discussed so far can be used until they are fully discharged, and we cannot charge them again. Now let's have a look on this battery. This battery is very well known for its use in mobile phones. It has a voltage of 3.7 volts and is a lithium-ion battery. Lithium-ion batteries are capable of storing large amounts of charge in a very little space. And the most important feature of this battery is that it is rechargeable. Here comes another battery in the series of rechargeable batteries. It is a lead-acid battery. This battery is very bulky in size and weight. These batteries are used in UPS because these batteries can deliver high output current and are safer in use than lithium-ion batteries, which can blow up like a bomb when heated to a certain temperature. Each type of battery has different battery voltage and input-output current, so each battery type has a different battery charger. For example, 12 volts, 7Ah lead-acid battery need to be charged with 14.4 volts and 1.4 ampere charger. Similarly, a 5-volt charger is required to charge a 3.7-volt lithium-ion battery. There are some basic rules to keep in mind when using a battery. Always cover the battery with insulation tape or paper when the battery is not in use. If you solder the 2 terminals of the battery, then battery will discharge very soon, and it may heat up or blow, due to the large amount of current passing in a very short time. Even wires connecting these 2 terminals can catch the fire. Never throw a new, useless or used battery in the fire, because the batteries have a chemical which can explode. DC power supply gives constant power without any fluctuation. We can have direct current or DC power from batteries or solar panels. AC supply also have 2 terminals, but instead of saying positive and negative, they are called phase and neutral. We have AC power supply in our home. AC power is generated by rotating a copper coil between 2 magnets. The voltage and current produced by it fluctuates continuously with the same frequency at which copper coil is rotating. By choosing the right coil and rotation speed, we can generate the desired amount of power.